What's up, YouTube? Today we're gonna do a quick 9 at Pirates Cove in Milton, Florida with the new Prodigy M5. Just throws when I was doing some Instagram reels for it and just trying to get a little content out there before this YouTube video comes out. First impressions, very Discmania Origin, Buzz SS kind of feel, where it has that M4 flight or PA5 flight or Buzz SS, the flight of those discs, but with a little shallower feel, not as bulky, not as I feel like aggressive in the hand. This kind of that you can feel, like when you put your hands on this disc and you wrap your arm or you wrap your hand around it, you can understand that it's understable. Play on words there, but it truly filled out my mid-range slot in my bag, which is another video I'm working on with the In the Bag series, but that's for a completely different thing. This rounds out my mid-range because it's a little more understable than M4, but it kind of offers a similar flight. So it's like when I just want a comfortable feel, I feel like, because I throw the M4 in the open, but when I get into the woods, like not in the woods, but a low ceiling area shot, I kind of struggle with a bulky disc in my hand. Just personal preference. This one in the woods, I feel like I can definitely squat and get down on, and it pushes me through. But enough of the rambling, because I'm proud of my father. We're just gonna throw a quick 9, driving, putting with the M5. Hole 1's devious, like it's one of the devious holes in the course if you want to show them. The little fairway right there. A weird forehand shot off the tee that honestly doesn't fit an M5. It doesn't. You want something kind of overstable to flex and have it come back, but today we're just going to try the straight to stable and then just get a putt for it. This video is meant for you to see every shot shape that an M5 can do and can't do, so you know when to throw it and when not to throw it, so you don't buy it and be like, oh my god, I'm not throwing it right. Yeah, it has a lot to do with shot selection and when to pull it out, and that's something I'm still working on as well. But hole 1, just gonna give it a nice little forehand, try to keep it flat, try to keep it straight, just let the disc do the work. That's a big thing with this disc, is letting this disc do the work. Anything in the M4, PA5, that kind of realm, you always want to let the disc do the work, because as soon as you kind of get too power heavy, the disc will flip. So like I got lucky there and I didn't stay down on my angle, but as you can see, like it didn't do that. It didn't burn over because I didn't chop it. I was able to kind of let the disc do the work and it still continued straight. All right, M5 putt here. I don't really putt with mid-ranges often. Like I'm team PA2. People who follow me know that. So we're gonna give it a nice little mid-range putt bid. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be the downfall of the video. Like I'm gonna have good shots. It's just the putting part. Hole 2 on the loop. The 10-hole loop I forgot to mention. I said 9. It's a 10-hole loop. And I also forgot to mention our goal. Our goal is 4 down, 4 to 5 down. In that range, I'll be happy. That's half the holes. 330, hole 2. Trying to just hang this one out left, punch it hard, let the disc just finish towards the basket. One of the things I failed to mention after the throw was, normally I throw an M Model S here, so it curls back and it fades a little bit more. This disc is gonna have that M4, M5 fade to where it don't really bend back at or PA5 fade, where it doesn't really bend back at the end. That's what I was saying. It plays into a big part of your shot selection with this disc. If the basket was on this oak tree, you can show them. This oak tree right here is probably when you want to throw the disc. You want a more stable shot compared to the shot I just threw. Step putt approved. Hole 3, M5, 285. We're 1 down through 2 after we found out that the M5 is step putt approved. Sorry, we're by a road. Just gonna throw it flat, not flat, a little hyzer left of the basket, let it flip up, ride there, and fade to the basket. That felt awkward. I normally throw a forehand here, FX2, because of this brush right here. It kind of gets in my head for the backhand, so apologize about the low shot. Hold 4, kind of dog leg left, offers another forehand shot, kind of similar to hole 1, just not as tight off the tee. So I'm gonna throw a similar shot to hole 1, just kind of flat in the disco left. We're 1 down through 3. Couldn't do a stepper there, unfortunately. I had to do a spin putt. That's more my dad's thing. It is what it is. We're gonna get the birdie here, put us back on track. A little inside, but I think I have a putt. So I guess we snuck through on this inside route here. It put us in front. A little 20-footer, put us back on track. Barbecue chicken. All right, hole 5, 174. It's weird, it's a shorty. Normally I throw a forehand, like a standstill forehand A2. So not a shot for the M5 at all, but we're gonna make it work. I'm thinking probably forehand flip up and just keep it on that hyzer and let it just pop up and then pull back right. Do it. Ooh. A little deep. Another one of those 25, 30 footers. For par. Hole 6, 240. Actually have a little backhand route, so we're gonna go backhand flip up down the right side. And we're gonna throw it 60% and figure out if it fades it back to us, or even on 60% if it just hyzers out. Or not hyzers out, and hyzers out and fades off to the right. There's the flip. So never really was gonna fade back at all. It kind of just kept that straight momentum. I hit my gap like I wanted to, hit it right on the hyzer, and it just kind of flipped up and started turning right. So I think if there's any questions about it, is it gonna fade into the flight? No. We got a hope and a dream. We're sitting 2 down through 5, I think. This is a putt to put us back on track, back on pace. Let's give it a go. All right, hole 7, sitting 2 down through 6. With 4 holes left to play, we really got to jump on the horn. I don't know why I stuttered so hard, and just get going. This hole will offer a just straight to turnover shot, which is what an M5 is. So let's just get to it. 210, got a little curve to it. We're just gonna throw it straight. Maybe a little bit of ante, but majority flat, because we know it's not going to fade back. So probably flat. Let this just ride down there on the hill for a putt. Hoyt 195. This is another one of those. I normally forehand them, but there is a backhand route, so I'm gonna throw the backhand route because I believe for most people that watch this video, you're gonna want to backhand the M5 more than you're gonna want to forehand it. I'm probably gonna forehand it more just because I always forehand unstable disc. That's just like my thing. I'm gonna go just the left side on the backhand ante and just try to push it into the ground and just let it just push up there for a 2. We're sitting at 3 down with our goal of 4 to 5 with 3 left to play, so let's get it. One time. Oh. Okay there, buddy. That's a little bit unplanned. You know, I don't backhand the solo, so I don't know. I had no words. I guess when you put it hyzer and flat, it flips up to that natural M5 flight, right? But I mean, you saw it just like a PA5 or a M5 or even an M4. When you put them on that flat to any angle, they're gonna hold that angle pretty well. And honestly, it matched the shape of the hole beautifully. Never hit this basket and any kind of round, anything like forehand, backhand. Definitely not backhand. Definitely not on the left side either. So pretty cool shot. Especially, I mean, you hit the basket and look, like normally whenever you're hitting the basket, you're like rolling 10,000 feet away, but you got yourself a Prodigy M5 that just hit metal. And now you saved yourself a birdie. So, I mean, ace or birdie, you're still loving the M5. All right, so hole 9 at the Cove, 2 holes left. We're at our goal, 4 down. So, but with 2 holes left, that still, especially with a mid-range only putting, it still leaves some room, you know. So it's still a game, still a match. I would probably throw an M4 here. So this is going to be kind of cool to see the slight difference on having to put it a little bit more on hyzer. I'm just gonna throw it on hyzer down the gap, let it pop up, flip, and do its full flight. Hopefully have a 30-foot, 40-foot putt either on the right side or probably right in front of the oak down by the basket. But we just want to keep ourselves in the fairway, keep ourselves under par, you know, on this hole or even. We don't want to take any bogeys, especially going out the last hole. Anything can happen out there with the wind in the mid-range. Pretty hole, by the way. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh God. Okay, so I didn't follow through. I didn't take my time, and I overcommitted to the right side of the fairway. So now let's see how the M5 scrambled you out of the woods and get you up and down for a par. So we stayed actually on the edge of the woods here. Thankful, because now I'm just gonna probably do a patent pending and just ante it to the basket, give myself a clean look at par. So patent pending, take your left heel, put it behind your disc, take your right foot, put it behind that. So you're drawing an even line in between your left toe and your right heel. And with the patent pendings, you really just want to focus on committing to that angle, especially while keeping your balance in your hips. So I'm gonna pull through across my body, commit to the ground, give myself a look at par, probably left of the basket. Now, if I overcommit, it will be right into the ground, into a roller, and it'll roll off. Okay, so a little bit off my line, but you can see as the M5, it didn't burn over, nor did it kind of stable out too much. So, all right, we got a 15, 20 footer with a mid-range to keep our goal where it is going into the field hole. Let's see it. Oh, and it's gonna be a straddle putt. All right, we're at the field hole. This is the last hole of the loop here. We're sitting at 4 down after our par save on the last hole. I just want to say, if you're still watching, I appreciate you guys for still watching. This may have been a boring video to some, but I hope it offers a good explanation on how the M5 flights are, even even when it's in the face of adversity, even when you don't want the M5, it can get you out of situations, scramble you for par. It can be a really good step putter. When you trust it on its anhyzer angle, it hunts change for you. So I mean, there's so many things about this disc. Go check it out. Like I said, Prodigy, any of your local retailers, go buy you one. You won't regret it. It comes in 400, 500, I believe 750 and 750 glimmer. I could be wrong, but I believe there's 4 different types of plastics for it. Don't quote me on that, but I know Broad's is that 750 glimmer, but I don't know the exact distance on this hole. I think it's 380. So I'm literally gonna try to pump this as hard as I can on a max distance line just to get the 2 here. But the content creator side of me wants to kind of just give it a flat shot so you can see the true flight of the disc in an open field. We'll see what I choose. I think I'm gonna go big bomb and see what you can do with an M5. I mean, so very similar to if you try to max distance a PA5, when you throw it on that hyzer, it's gonna pop up and it's gonna go right. That's me throwing it on a power distance line. I wouldn't recommend throwing an M5 on a power distance line, just like I wouldn't recommend throwing a PA5 on a power distance line unless you don't have a forehand. Food for thought. So for it being around 380, I mean, it may be a little bit closer to 360, I don't know. But I mean, for me to be 50 feet out on what I feel like was a bad throw, not bad at all. We get one chance to redeem the step putt. I said 50, this is more like 80 now that I'm up to it, just letting y'all. It probably looks like 120 on the camera. Well, that is the M5 only round. We finished 4 down.